Hi everyone, so this is going to be my August guinea pig cage tours. So as you all know, you've seen their cages lots of times before. For new subscribers, the guinea pigs basically live in custom cages that have been built in a custom shed. They're really big cages, they're around over 6 foot in length, and Pippin's is even longer, and have plenty of space for them to play around and things. But they basically only use these cages for night time and for sleeping in, to be honest, because during the daytime they're either out for playtime, no matter what time of the year it is, they're out for playtime either in the garden or in other areas where it's sheltered, and they're also out for lap time and things like that. So I'll get on and do you a cage tour of everybody's houses. So starting off with Bailey's cage, if we just open this up, he's got his bedroom area in here, and I just keep this bare, and because of the hot weather they just have kind of minimum bedding in here because it does get a little bit too warm. And he's just got a hanging treat stick here and his toy back here, which he really likes, and I just put a toy in his bed because he lives alone. I like to give him lots of things to distract him and keep him occupied, so I put a toy in here so that if he's in here he has something to do. So then going on to his kind of play area, we've got his little ramp, which, if you haven't noticed, has been cut down because Pippin's cage has got a few changes, but this is a lot better because it saves a lot of space. We didn't do this for Marley and Casper's cage because Marley absolutely loves his ramp. He hides under it whenever he's in the cage. He basically spends most of his time under the ramp, but Bailey really didn't, so we've made it shorter and it's given him more space. So in here we've just got his water bottle up there. We've got a load of chew toys here, a few different ones, because he loves chew toys. That's his favourite toy. We've got a hanging treat stick just there. We've got his kebab, which he also really loves to play with and chew. He likes chew toys, and especially chew toys with bells on. We've got his hay rack there, his food dish, which is empty because it's not quite tea time yet and the piggy's still outside having playtime at the minute. Got another toy just here, and we've got a little jingly toy just here, and that's basically Bailey's cage. So now on to Pippin's cage. Pippin lives above Bailey's cage, and Bailey and Pippin, for new subscribers, did used to live separately, but because of dominance issues they had to be separated. Bailey's going through a dominant stage anyway, because of his hormones and things. He's only young, and Pippin is just quite aggressive and dominant anyway towards other guinea pigs in general. So Pippin and Bailey both live separately now. Pippin lives up in the kind of top story cage or hutch. He absolutely loves it because he gets a lot of interaction here, especially in that open space just here, because it's so open and bright, and he loves people. He loves a good fuss, so it's perfect for him. So in here we've just got his litter tray. It's not a custom one because obviously we only had the two for the two cages, so we've just got a litter tray, and just to secure it I've got a fiddlesticks bridge just there. He's got a bird feeder as a hay rack back there. Then going on through, this is his little door. As you can see, we have made a few changes. We basically adjusted it and made it flat, so we did that by making a hole for Bailey's water bottle because that's what was stopping us from doing it flat, and it gives him a lot more spread out space. It's a lot easier for him, and it looks a lot bigger now because it's all on one platform. So he's got his little stairs here, and this I like to call his grand staircase because it's really posh for a little guinea pig anyway. And this liner used to be on the shed floor, but we cleaned it up and used it for Pippin because he is toilet trained, so he's on this, and it makes it a lot warmer for him rather than just being on wood. The only shavings I have is under the bottle because it drips, and during the winter he will go and fleece, but he's toilet trained, so it doesn't really matter if he's on fleece or not. So back here we've got his little bunny that he loves and he snuggles next to, so I've got to keep that in because he absolutely loves it. We've got a carrot toy, a treat stick, his water bottle that also magically acts as a kind of light bulb because the light reflects through it and lights up all this area. We've got his ladybird toy just here, and then it's just kind of bare space. Got a jingly boy ball just there, and his food dish. And then going on through this area, because he is in the top space and didn't have as much light as Bailey or Marley and Casper have, we did add on this area that most of you would have seen before. It's kind of summer run area, and he loves this space because it's so open and so interactive for him with people and things. And in here it's just got a little rattle carrot toy. He's got his wood chew back here. He's got his birthday present toy that I made for him when it was his and Marley's birthday. And back here, I didn't want to put in a full-size litter tray because it takes up so much space, but I did have to put one because I thought it'd be a bit unfair that if he needed the toilet to have to go all the way back to the litter tray back there. So I put one here so that there's one either end, and this is just a kind of sandwich box, and it works perfectly because it takes up no space, but he uses it, so it works really well. And I've just put hay and shavings in there, and it's got 2 nails on the wall so that it doesn't come off. And we've got this little hay ball here, and this is just a kind of tea light summer candle thing from Poundland, and it works really well because the hay comes out the bottom and the sides. And then he's got his mesh top, so he gets nice sunlight through there, and he absolutely loves sitting in this space. So that's Pippin's cage and all his new changes. I really like it. It's so much better than it was with the kind of level down, and it looks a lot bigger with one level all the way through. It's a lot better for him. So finally onto Marley and Casper's cage. Theirs has a similar kind of setup to Baileys. So in here we've just got their bed area. Just looks like this, really bare, and they've just got one toy in there, but they like to snuggle in here, so I leave it bare for them. Then we've got their ramp here. The ramps fold up so that when I'm cleaning them, if they are in the cage, which usually they're not, I can put the ramps up and kind of close them in an area. So we got their ramp. They got a chew toy just here. I don't put too many toys in for these guys because they're not as playful as Pippin and Bailey, and I put a lot of toys out in their runs in the daytime because obviously, like I said, they're only in these cages during night time really, and these guys aren't really playful during the night time anyway, so I only put a couple of toys in every now and then. So they've got a water bottle just there, a hanging treat stick, and then down here we've got their hay rack, which is full of hay, and they've got a bowl there and a bowl there. So they've got 2 bowls because there's 2 piggies, and we don't want squabbles over bowls and things, so I put 2 in. So this is Marley and Casper's cage, and they also have, because they don't have many toys in the bottom, they've got 2 hanging ones just here. So that's Marley and Casper's cage. So that is Marley, Casper's, Pippin and Baileys custom cages or hutches. There has been a few changes, as you can see, with Bailey's ramp and Pippin's new kind of setup. I also forgot to mention they do have toys hanging like Marley and Casper. Bailey has these 2 toys and a Nobby. Pippin doesn't like toys on the front of the cage, so I took his down, but this is Bailey's favourite toy. He's destroyed it and he absolutely loves it. But yeah, that is the guinea pig cages and hutches. The measurements will be in the description box like they always are. If you've got any questions, don't be afraid to ask. I don't mind questions at all. So yeah, I really like these cages, I always have. They're really nice and spacious. Someone actually compared them to a store-bought cage recently, and I was really upset by it because they're nothing like store-bought cages. If you could see them in real life, you'd really see the size of them. And I used to have them in store-bought cages while I was saving up for custom hutches and things, and the store-bought cages literally only came up to about, and that was 2 store-bought cages, maybe like half from here to here, whereas these cages stretch all the way along, and that was like the size of 2 store-bought cages. So I was really hurt by it, but I don't know. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Remember to ask any questions and comment if you want to, and I'll see you all soon. Bye everyone.